Alright, good morning folks. Welcome to our second garden update of the season. Here's our melon patch. And as you can see, we have this melon patch completely built out. And guess what? We're just going to leave the grass in there. A lot of folks that grow melons, they just leave the grass in there. They don't bother to cut it out. Now I could walk in here and come by and clean all this up with a weed whacker or even a lawnmower. I could fit it through here. But guess what? I'm going to kick up all the seeds for those things, and next thing you know, I'm going to have twice as many growing. Not to mention, it's going to get all in my garden. So if we have to, and these encroach too close to our rows here, we can just come in here and no mechanics needed. You just take and pull this stuff right out. That's it. Game over. You know? Just being careful not to let it pull out any of the roots here. Also, you notice this all this powdery substance on there? Probably wondering, what's this guy? Think he's making donuts or something? No, actually. This is called Diatomaceous Earth. This is the first year I've ever used it. Apparently it's from seashells. I did some reading on it. It's OMRI listed. And when bugs hit it, like any sort of bugs, even some of the tougher ones to get rid of, it basically makes them lose all the water in their body right away, and they die. So I'm not really into killing things, but when it comes to bugs eating our farm and our garden, you better believe we kill them, okay, as fast as possible. Because some of these bugs in Florida will wipe your garden out. And I don't care how healthy your plants are. Look at this plant. It just went into the ground right away. They would just want to go to town. They want to have a banquet here. So, and of course, this is after they had a soap spray already. So, just to let you know. So, we came by and we sprinkled our diatomaceous earth, and apparently these guys can't even touch this stuff. So, give that a shot. Look at our beans. So I'm going to attempt to grow these beans right up the side here. As you can see, they're getting pretty big. They popped up in about 3 days. They're super fast. Some lemon cucumbers. They're going to grow up here in the corner. I chose a nice shaded or somewhat shaded area in the so that it's not in the direct light, because I noticed they do not like the direct Florida sunlight. So these should do great. They should do well anyway. So if we look over here, we have what was supposed to be a lemon cucumber but ended up being a cantaloupe. This is one good reason why to mark your seedling containers, because you can easily mix up a cantaloupe and a lemon cucumber. Why? Well, because they look exactly the same when they're seedlings and have seed leaves. The only reason why I knew is because these cantaloupe leaves are more rounded, like a squash, like more of a squash, and these cucumber leaves, as you can see, are pointed on the end. This happened across the street as well, so apparently a couple of our cucumbers got mixed in with the cantaloupes, which is just perfectly fine. I'm fine with that. I love cantaloupe. I'm glad we have extra, and I planted some more over here. Look at this cantaloupe over here growing. How about this little ghetto operation? Look at that. If you say you don't, you've already spent your limit for the year and you need shade cloth, well, what, are you going to let your plants die? No. You're going to go grab a piece of screen, an old broken screen like that, and you're going to just simply set it up. Just like that. Boom. So it gets, half the shade. It doesn't get all the shade for the, from the direct sunlight all day. So, might have been better to even plant those in the back over there. So, let me just give you a quick rundown. Here's an acorn squash. Here is another cantaloupe. Here's a pepper plant that we had 2 in a pack, and what I like to do is when I bury them deep, then I like to separate the plants out like this. I spread them out when I'm burying it, and then I like to backfill it with some nice organics and worm castings, all that. And then what will happen is these will continue to grow like 2 plants and bush out. So, and you'll get more production. Here's what a tomatillo looks like when it's put into the ground. First time ever for these. Carmen is going to make some really great salsa out of this stuff. I have no idea how to do that. So, you know, maybe we'll put that recipe here for you. Okay, let's move on because this video is getting super long now. We have some eggplants. I'll give you more detailed updates later, but the eggplants haven't done much moving. Well, looks like we got a couple shoots, but so far slow growers. They're just taken with the roots now. So another note, these onions, before they went in the ground, were a tiny bit moist and they were exposed to the elements. They didn't go in like the first planting over there, which came up really fast. So we might have a few duds here, but it does look like we got 1. So let's give it a few more days. Hey, worst comes to worst, and if they're bad seed, whatever, no problem with that. We'll throw some more peppers in. So that's that. The giant pumpkin is getting huge. Notice we made like a little Coleman tent out of this old screen material we had. See, you gotta make use of what you have. And see, I was gonna throw this away 3 months ago. I had a huge pile of it, and I said to myself, this is gonna come in handy. And guess what? It does come in handy. I use it to do all kinds of things. And here is a perfect example. I took these bamboo sticks and I made like a Coleman tent out of it, just sticking them right in the ground. And here you go. Now this will shade it out and it won't have that sun beating down on it. Hopefully it grows faster. I have no idea what I'm going to do when it gets bigger, but for now this thing is loving life. So, and see there with the diatomaceous earth again, sprinkled on top of the leaves, resembling powdered sugar. Another surprising fact about this garden, can you believe this kale is growing so green? This thing is directly in the sun all day. I did not think kale would grow this well in the sun, but apparently it is. It's doing really great. So it could be that it was sitting out in the elements for months and months and months and looked like it was dead. I shoved it in the ground and now it's taken off. So, and this kale is sweet. It's not supposed to be sweet in the summer. What the heck is going on here? So maybe you guys can tell me. Here's the okra showing some first true leaves. What a nice looking plant. Look at that. Like a maple leaf type of configuration. Yeah. Here's a nice, interesting way to plant some Georgia collards. This is how I plant my kale for rabbits. It works really great. So I said, what the heck? Let's try it with collards. Maybe it'll do the same thing. You know, this is how we grow. We try new things. We fail. We succeed. So how about our propagation rate on these? Look at that. Looks like we had one dud here. No big deal. Let it sit there a while and we'll replace it. But overall, things are coming out nice. So, well, be sure to leave your comments below the video. Any changes you'd like to see, any additions. Quick note, we will have a nice audio intro coming to you folks. I'm going to compose 3 intros on the guitar and see which ones you guys like best. So you should have a nice intro coming to you guys, say in the next 4 to 5 videos, somewhere in there. It's going to be an incredible amount of work, so please be patient. Once again, if there's anything else you would like to see added, removed, suggestions, comments, complaints, just hit me up in the comment section below. or you know, send me a message by email. All right, love you guys, and have a great time gardening. Get your stuff in the ground as soon as possible. All right, happy spring 2014, and stay tuned for our next one. All right, bye. God bless.